Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Hearthstone. This time we're going to be getting back to our Wild Druid. It's a new season. Got knocked back down to 25, but hoping to do a couple games on a Ramp Druid here and see if we can win, maybe tweak it a bit. It's been a little while since I played this one, since we did the couple games here. But looking forward to maybe getting a couple wins. See what I can do to improve the deck. Again, it's all about just increasing our mana until we get up to a point where we can just flood the board with big minions. I like this starting hand, so I'm going to keep it. Got a turn 1 play, an Innervate, a turn 3 play, and then a buff for a minion. So we have +3 mana on any given turn that we need it, thanks to the coin and Innervate. Pretty decent card to draw to play with it. Go ahead and put out the Gadgetzan Jouster. The Yar'Saraj beats out the Shielded Minibot. Gets buffed up to 2-3. I mean, a 2-3 minion on turn 1 is great. You can trade with basically anything he can put out here. Unless, of course, it has Divine Shield since he is a Paladin, which throws a little bit of wrench into it, but still should be pretty good trading. Turn 2, we don't really have anything. He's actually going to concede to start out with. Alright, that's pretty interesting. He goes ahead and concedes before he even plays anything. So let's hop into another one. Hopefully it's a win, but hopefully it's a little more hard-fought of a win. I mean, I don't mind the free star for the rank up, but it's nice to actually play a game. Especially when you have pretty good draw at the beginning, because usually this is a deck which you don't really draw that great in the lead.
Let the games begin. I must protect.
That's actually not too bad aside from the Force Tank Max here. Wild Growth would be great. Hey, Yar'Saraj. That's alright, we have an Innervate to save for it. Put the Jouster out, hopefully do some pretty good stuff with it. If we get to Yar'Saraj, we can basically put a ton of really big minions on the board. The point is getting to Yar'Saraj without being completely overmatched and also being able to start the game. But looks like he's taking a bit of time to choose his hand. So the goal here, like I said, get Yar'Saraj out. We have Wild Growths, we have plenty of other stuff to help us do that as early as possible before we lose control of the board, because this is a very, very dependent on a high-end minion deck, so early on we don't really have too much to put out. Luckily we've been able to draw the Jouster, which has been good for us. Unfortunately we lose this one thanks to Antonidas and our Robocub. Yeah, we don't have anything again until turn 8 unless we want to Innervate. But if I'm going to Innervate, I'm going to Innervate Yar'Saraj out. Unfortunately, if we don't draw anything until then, we are pretty much just dead before we can do anything. And hopefully, he speeds up a little bit here. So just maxing out on time every time. We don't really have. Hoping to draw. What do we have here that would help us? Either something to help us ramp up, get to Yar'Saraj quicker, or something like the Anodized Robocub. Put a nice minion out early. And is he gonna let a time out here? I prefer he didn't do this each time. And yeah, looks like he is. Alright, so probably gonna hero power here unless we draw something like the Dranes's Aspirant, which I'm gonna use to gain a mana crystal until it dies, but until then we have some pretty we have an increased mana crystal, which helps a lot. And a minion on the board, which it looks like he might just be AFK here. Sneed doesn't really help. Hit him for 4. Alright, so if he's AFK, that's a automatic concede and then an AFK to start out with, which not exactly what I was looking for, but I guess I'll take free rank, and he's gonna concede. Alright. So we get a couple wins right off without really doing much. So we're gonna go in and do another one. And hopefully actually get a game here. We did get 40 gold, which is nice. But just looking for one game. Not a concede or an AFK out. Just want to play against someone. Hopefully not a face hunter, because we probably just get destroyed by one because of the fact that we don't really have anything to counter early game minions as fast as they can put them out. Which is one of the reasons I love this deck, but I kind of am hesitant to play because of that fact. There we go, finally find a match. It's against the mage, which is also something I'm not too big on playing.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
I don't want Yar'Saraj, and I don't want... I'm actually going to discard each of these and try to get a minion. There we go. At least we got 2 things. Unfortunately, mages have a polymorph, which is an easy way to kill off Yar'Saraj. Granted, they'll be able to summon 1 minion, so we'll at least get something out of it. It'd be nice to bait him out of a polymorph before he can do too much. We do win. He does know we have some big minions in there, though. But that is a 2/3. Is it a minion or is it just a card? Reveal a minion. Okay. Say it'd be pretty bad if we just drew Innervate there, but luckily we can't do that. Next turn we don't have anything. I'm not going to use the coin to bring out a Harvest Golem. Probably just hero power. He doesn't have a mech, so I'm going to kill that off as quickly as possible before he gets one. Now we have Yar'Saraj. Turn 7. Probably just to get polymorph, but at least he gets a buddy out before he does that. Hopefully this is something with 2 HP so we can just trade this goblin 2 for 1. And then put a Harvest Golem out on the board.
I wonder.
What's the fight like?
It's not, but it's also not something I'm worried about. So I'm just going to put the Harvest Golem out anyway and ignore it. Unless they can buff it up, which priests don't really have too many buffs, at least that I can remember. And he can trade it with the goblin if he wants to. If not, I don't mind. Just gonna ping this turn 2. It doesn't really have anything. We're up to 4 mana. Which means we could bring out an Ancient of War, but not too big on doing that. And his Robocup's great. Gives us a way to kill that off without really losing anything. Go ahead and use our Shapeshift. And yeah, we have really good board control, which is rare for this deck, at least early on. And we're pretty close already to bringing out Yar'Saraj, as long as he doesn't have a sheep in his 4 cards plus whatever he draws. Tempted to put something else out just to bait him. Oh, forgot that I hadn't ended my turn yet. That's not great, but alright. Could turn 7 Ancient of War, wait for the sheep, and then Yar'Saraj, which I might do. Noitron's pretty annoying, actually. Astral Communion's not something I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna pop his bubble. Then trade 2 for 1 into it. Not great. We get that back out, though. Still can do 2 damage, still have the taunt. And I think, yeah, putting the 5/10 taunt out in front of Yar'Saraj, worst thing that happens, we have a taunt wall in front of Yar'Saraj, which is actually pretty great. That's going to keep him from taking damage for a little bit. I wonder what he's got in his hand that's so high mana that he can't do anything, unless they're all just counter, like spells counters to what we have. Like polymorphs and whatnot. A Grim Patron. It's actually not too bad against what we have out on the board right now. Kind of afraid of the Grim Patron, to be honest. It makes me want to get rid of one of my minions, which I don't like. If we do this, I can coin out Ancient of War and then innervate into Yar'Saraj next turn. Actually, I can't because I only have 7 mana. That's a pretty bad misplay because I won't have anything to play next turn. And it doesn't look like he's got polymorph. No, he doesn't have polymorph, which is great. I mean, it's not great that we kind of messed up our turn this game, or messed up this turn. Get off those Grim Patrons. No reason just to hit that. But next turn we get out Yar'Saraj at least. Unless he draws that polymorph and uses it on Yar'Saraj, we kind of are outpacing him. That's a bit of a bad placement for that. Pings the 2/1. He's gonna trade 2 for 1 of that or something. Which actually is a pretty good trade for me at least. Could wait until next turn. No, he's gonna trade. Okay. It's good. Micro Machine's not gonna get buffed up. He doesn't have what it takes to take out Yar'Saraj. Nourish is actually pretty good, but I want Yar'Saraj now. Get him and come on, Ancient Ironbark Protector. Not that. It's one of the worst things you could have chosen to summon, but alright. At least we can play the Ironbark next turn, hopefully with him still on the board. A Beckoner of Evil, so he's got Cthulhu too. I'm actually quite surprised. But at least we probably get the win here. With 18 health. Ironbark coming out and Yar'Saraj on the board. If we kill that off with him, then just hit him in the face for 10, summon whatever we get. Harvest Golem. So, Yar'Saraj is drawn pretty bad. At least we got some use killing off the Direwolf from the Grove Tender. Pretty much his entire board goes toward killing the Ironbark though. Go ahead and put out another 10/10. Just go face, see what Yar'Saraj brings out. Kind of feel bad because we've been really ahead this entire time. There's Sneed, so we get a good draw that time. Oh, yeah. Unless he's got like an entire board polymorph or something, there's not really much to do against this in the end.
Well played.
End up getting the win here thanks to Yar'Saraj innervating out, and luckily not too great of a draw from our opponent. And it'll be 3 straight, 1 or 2 of which were actually not really earned, so at least we're ranking up pretty quick here. And thank you all for watching, and hope to see you again next time.